Hello and welcome to Tech with Heart. I am your host, Michelle Calloway, and Tech with Heart is about empowering entrepreneurs to embrace technologies, systems, and strategies that will help them stay competitive and relevant in today's rapidly changing digital environment. And our topic today is how you can establish thought leadership online. We're going to go over about 5 tips. But before we dive in, I kind of just want to set the stage. Why should anybody be interested in setting themselves up as a thought leader or to try to get perceived as a thought leader? So if you are an expert in your industry, you would be considered a subject matter expert, right? Let's just say you're a mechanic and you own a mechanic shop. You want to drive traffic to your mechanic shop, but how are you differentiating yourself from your competitors other than price, right? One of the things that people love is learning how to help themselves make better decisions or possibly even fix things in their car themselves, right? So if you are a mechanic and you want to be separating yourself, setting yourself apart, I guess, from your competitors, one of the things that you can do is start establishing yourself as a thought leader online, so that when people are reviewing local mechanic shops because maybe their car just broke down, you're going to end up getting more reviews by when you ask people, to review you after they've been to your shop, or just when somebody Googles your shop. If you have tons of things that pop up because you continually put out good content that will inform people to help them take better care of their cars, or just, to troubleshoot certain things, it's like you're a doctor for cars. So why not share a little bit more value than just, hey, bring your car in and I'll take care of it. You fix it and then send them on their way. I mean, that's the end goal, is to send them on their way and have them be happy. But if you're able to empower people along the way, you're perceived as a thought leader. So let's talk about that for a second. What is the first thing you should be doing to set yourself up as a thought leader to attract more customers online? Because everybody knows the first thing people do is they go to Google and they search, right? They search. So what do you have currently populating up when somebody searches either your business name or your name, or topics related to the things that you're an expert in? What is currently populating? Ask yourself that. Now, do you want to take things to the next level? Do you want to be perceived as the guru or the end all know all, or just somebody who's going to take incredible good care of customers? Then this is when you're going to want to start stepping up into becoming more of a thought leader. Thought leadership, number 1, starts with crafting or creating a brand around you. If you are the brand, meaning you are the one who wants to separate yourself from not just the owner of a certain business, but as like a person that people will want to follow because you either inspire them, you educate them, or they just completely align with everything that you're all about. So that is a brand. You would want to establish a brand for either yourself as the brand or your company as the brand. For instance, I am Michelle Calloway. I am the CEO of Revealio, but I'm also the founder and CEO of Tech with Heart Nonprofit Foundation. Tech with Heart is the show platform that I'm currently coming to you and broadcasting to you from right now. So the brand that I would like to continue to promote is Tech with Heart rather than just Michelle Calloway. Sure, I would like you to follow me on social media. You'll learn a lot more about me as a person, but I put a lot more personal content on my personal profiles on social media and online than I do Tech with Heart. I let Tech with Heart have its own channel where I'm promoting things on that platform that continue to boost me up as a thought leader, but it continues to provide information and value to the Tech with Heart small business community, right? So that is my brand. Tech with Heart is my brand. Revelio is also my brand. So I am kind of like trying to go out there and be thought leaders for two brands because that's just what I've been called to do. But if I wanted to just step out and do a solo, right, I would say, okay, Michelle Calloway now is a personal brand. You want to follow Michelle Calloway because of what Michelle Calloway is saying, right? That's completely separate, but each one has their own brand. I'm hoping that this is making sense. You're going to want to craft a brand. And what does a brand entail? A brand entails a lot more than just crafting a logo. It's like this whole essence of why you exist. What is your mission? What is your purpose on this earth as far as like, why should people buy into following either you as the brand or your companies as the brand, right? Or the product or service as a brand. Think about those types of things. Yes, a logo is nice, but it's really all about like who you are and your essence. Why, what is the mission behind what you're doing? Let that be so much part of your communications, your messaging, the who, the why, and the what. What is it all about? What are you all about? That is part of your brand. Once you can define that, then that's great, because then everything you do from there kind of stems from that nucleus, right? You want to have that start. That's your nucleus. That's your platform, more or less. That's what you talk about, those things. All right, so the second thing is to create content that is insightful, educational, inspirational. Going back to your brand and the mission and purpose and why you're doing it, what is the type of content that you should be putting out there? If you want to be a motivational speaker, an inspiration to others, then ultimately you should be providing that type of content, inspirational content, and it would be more on your personal brand channels. That content can be articles, blogs, just social media graphics, thought-provoking type of posts, right? And also you can be creating like media content. Video is king right now, especially short form video. So like if you want to be seen as a thought leader around a particular topic, subject matter, then you create content that is just like short little bursts of like, education or insight or things that would get people thinking, but it helps them understand who you are and your purpose in it because of the way you craft that message or that content. So again, it's like you could be doing 2-for-1s. Like me, I want to be seen as a thought leader, Michelle Calloway, but I'm being a thought leader for the Tech with Heart brand, right? When I'm doing my Tech with Heart show. So I'm putting content out there that's educational, insightful, guiding people towards a solution or a decision-making for them in their business, if it's relatable, right? So those are things that you can be doing, articles, media, and be non-promotional. The purpose of a thought leader is not to drive traffic only. That will be a side effect of being a thought leader. But ultimately, thought leaders are meant to be sources of inspiration, education, and providing value, right? You just want to show up that, hey, let me help you. I know some of this. I know something about this. Let me share my insights. And it's not at all promotional. And that's attractive to people when you aren't constantly promoting yourself. Let your words promote you. Let your thoughts, what you're sharing, insights promote your brand, not constantly driving that whole like, oh, go to here and download this and, get my free thing. Or it doesn't, there's no need to be salesy as a thought leader. Influence will happen, impact will happen. That's the other thing, is thought leadership should always desire for an impact. An end goal is the impact that you're having on others, not necessarily all about the money, right? That's a very important intention when you're stepping out as a thought leader. Step up, show up, provide content to inform and better people's lives, and then everything else will follow. So when you're sharing content, rather than be surfacey, go as deep as you can. And sometimes this is where it's really great. Like if you want to create a video series, create a series about a topic and then go deep with it. Like, what are some of the in the weeds type things that people should really know that's going to really help them make a better informed decision, rather than just be kind of surfacey about it. And so that sometimes is a great way, like little just series of short form videos, or you can actually offer workshops, create events about, and that's actually the next point is to creative ed, but maybe I'm jumping ahead. Let me go back to going deep in your subject matter. You can do that in articles, making your articles long form articles. Using links back to other articles you've written is a great tool. In the world of web, backlinking to other articles that support your article is a great tool, because those are called backlinks. And also when you're able to continually drip in why you're doing this, like what is your mission in life? Why are you showing up regularly as a thought leader? When people understand why you do what you do and what you're all about, they're able to grab onto that a little bit more, because it resonates with them, and they're aligned with you, not only in what you're teaching, but like just who you are and why you are doing this.
Being able to do business online is crucial for survival, especially during times of social distancing. So how do you survive and thrive in the sea of digital noise? It's a lot like fishing. You need to know who your perfect customer is so that you could use the right kind of lure to attract them. We help you catch your perfect customer and retain them for future sales through highly converting websites, influencer mobile apps, getting you featured in the news and on TV. Hi, my name is Jerry Bowden, U.S. Army veteran and president of Revealio Software Solutions. Our goal is to help you rise above the competition, be seen as an expert authority in your industry, and embrace technology to stay competitive for long-term success. It's more affordable than you may think. So reach out to us at revealio.com, and together we will make your business come alive.
So those are some great tips on creating content. Now let's talk about creating more of an event to provide more value. One of the things you can do as a thought leader is you can start your own show. And when I say show, it doesn't have to be like a tremendous amount of investment to get going on a show. You can literally just show up live on Facebook once a week, providing value that could become the show. That's how Tech with Heart got started. Tech with Heart now is a full TV show, radio show, and podcast. Some of that content is live, streamed, and some of it is on demand, available to be streamed whenever you're ready. Live streaming is almost like real radio, where you just turn the dial and you catch what's playing at the time. That's live. But then there's also the on-demand content like TV streaming, where you go to Roku or Amazon Fire or Apple TV, and you get able to find the Tech with Heart show, and you're able to watch it whenever you're ready to watch it. And you can scroll through the episodes, you can binge watch if you want. That's on demand. So those are the ways you can start a show, and you can do this these days. This is what I love about technology. It's been democratized. What used to only be available to like the highest corporations, with the biggest money, is now available to just every small business owner, average Joe. So starting your own show is a really great way to separate yourself from all your competitors by being a thought leader in your industry. And if you're going to do a show, like a lot of people are doing podcasts, and I think it's fantastic because people love to like go for walks and listen to podcasts, or just listen to a podcast while they're doing some of their production work throughout the day, and they're continuing to enlighten themselves. If you're going to do a podcast, great. What I do recommend though is that you record yourself doing those podcasts, because you can always put those videos of your podcast on YouTube. And it gives somebody something to watch if they prefer to learn by watching rather than just listening. So you want to make sure you're tapping into as many of the ways people enjoy learning as possible. So there's like audio, those who like to listen, there's those who like to see and watch, and then there's those who like to read to learn. So you can put subtitles or highlights on certain subjects that you're making, or points that you're making in the podcast. You can put those on the video. And then also those who like to experience by touching. So that's a little bit of a hard one when it comes to audio visual. But if you're able to tap into at least 3 of those 4 dominant learning styles, then you're off to the races. You're gonna be seen on more platforms, and that's a win. The other thing I was going to say about doing your own show there are a couple platforms that are really, really, really like helping people catapult themselves to a higher level of thought leadership and more popularity. One of the audio only platforms that it happened during the pandemic, it was born. It's called Clubhouse. And you can actually create group forums in Clubhouse and just show up on a regular, providing valuable, insightful content there. And people will just come in, people that either follow you or people who've never heard about you, but they like the topic that you're talking about. They'll come in. And then from there, you can open it up after you're done, talking about what you wanted to share. You can open it up for discussion and invite people onto the stage and give them a chance to introduce themselves and start building community. So that's a beautiful thing. Showing up and creating events where you're providing value and then inviting others to open up that discussion and start sharing. That's another part of being a thought leader, is giving people opportunity to ask questions and give you feedback as well, because you can continue to learn and then take what you've learned and then do something amazing with it, right? On TikTok, that's the best video platform right now, TikTok and Instagram Reels, but TikTok is still, it's like crushing everybody. And yes, it's the Chinese owned social media platform, but the concept is the same. Use short form video content to start separating yourself from your competitors and start establishing a following. TikTok videos, if you come at it with the hook and you're able to get to the point and just make 1 point per video and keep them super short and get creative and fun with how you do that, then wow, just watch yourself just scale your thought leadership. So those are some platforms that will help with the audio and the visual thought leadership. Let's moving into the fourth tip to set yourself up as a thought leader, and that is to answer questions. So I spoke earlier a little bit about forums. Well, on social media and other online platforms, there are a lot of places where you can establish yourself as a thought leader by simply answering questions that other people are putting out there. And again, stay non-promotional in your answers, but provide value and insights that maybe somebody hadn't heard of before, while also establishing yourself as a thought leader in your industry. So if I were to go into somebody that talks about augmented reality, because that's what Revelio, one of our interactive video storytelling tools is I would say, one of the things I love about augmented reality is the fact that it provides small business owners with an opportunity to captivate their audiences. And it can be used with a combination of physical printed marketing materials, or it can be used on packaging sent to a client. It can be used for online and offline events. And I can say these things by just simply stating facts and not at all making it sound like I am self-promoting, but I'm providing valuable. I've seen this happen when this happened, or this is what I've witnessed and experienced, or you can share those types of valuable insights by answering other people's questions online. And that's not even your own channel. It's just you showing up, providing value and thought leadership on a certain topic or a subject. And then the fifth tip that I want to say is to stay informed. One of the things that you can do is carve out your niche, like know your lane, and continually stay informed. And Google keywords are a great tool that you can use, so that as soon as somebody puts out something in the public arena as far as knowledge and topics, if that keyword that you put into Google keywords pops up, then you'll get an email saying that somebody has written about that, and you can go read about it so you can stay informed on that particular topic. There are a lot of tools out there that will help you to just get prompted to stay informed. And then when you take that information about what's new, what's cutting edge, what's innovative in your specific industry, or even someone closely related to your industry, you write an article or you provide that valuable insight to your following, your audience online. They'll appreciate it, because what you've done is you just kind of like shortcutted them to the front of the line, so that now they're informed about something that's going to potentially be a very big new thing for them to be adopting soon into their business, and start getting their head around it. And they have not had to do all that research on their own. You've kind of like paved the way, right? So that's another great thing for thought leaders to do. So let's go recap. The first thing to do to set yourself up as a thought leader online is to establish a brand around you or the company that you are being a thought leader for. So establish a brand, and that includes, like, yes, perhaps a logo, yes, and also message. Your message matters. What is the core essence message and who's the target audience that you're serving? Know all of that. That is your foundation. Everything comes from that nucleus of your brand. Second, create insightful, educational, or inspirational content, whatever aligns with your brand. Create that type of content and create it regularly. Put it out there regularly. Show up regularly so that people know that they can rely on you and they can start following you because they believe in everything that you're sharing or they align. So you can do that through written articles. You can do that through, use LinkedIn. LinkedIn for business is great. They provide you so many avenues in which you can share your knowledge and set yourself up as a thought leader. Just Google thought leadership on LinkedIn, and you'll be given a ton of ways that you can use, like things like newsletter. You can build followings on groups around certain topics or groups around your company's brand or your brand. It's a very powerful tool for business. You can also create video content, media. You can also create, and if you're going to create video content, there's multiple different routes to going about doing that. Use short form videos as the teasers that drive traffic to your longer form video content, which could exist either on a website or in a group coaching platform that you've created so that only people who pay to access that longer form content can gain, or you can go to YouTube, right? YouTube is like the second best search engine out there. And I've heard a lot about TikTok is now allowing videos to be searched. So video is king for the world of content because it's as close as we could possibly get to being with each other in person in real life, right? And it can almost feel conversational, even though it's one way. But so video content, use that type of platform to convey your content, and make sure I'm not missing anything else. We've got, oh yeah, and don't forget to go deep as you can, because there's a lot of other people that are doing like surfacey videos. Go deep and deeper and deeper, but break it up into chunks, either through an article, just continue to add more value as the article goes on, or in your videos, just break that up into like a whole 2-week series about this one topic, but you're just going deep each time with like 30 or 60 seconds of content, but it's deep, right? It's going deep. And then as often as you can, keep sharing why you're doing what you're doing. I know I just want to share with you why I do Tech with Heart. I do Tech with Heart because I believe that technology can be used for good. And I believe that technology exists so that it can enhance our human relationships. My calling to step up here and be a thought leader is because I want so badly for people to leave this earth having established good quality relationships before they leave, because you don't get to take the money with you. What you leave behind is mostly how you made people feel. And I want to show up and help you as a business or as an individual use technology in a way that it drives deeper relationships and enhances human connection. That's my why. And that all is driven because I lost the love of my life when I was 34 years old. I was widowed, and I'm a faithful entrepreneur. So I believe I was called to step up and do this. That's why I'm so passionate about it. It feels like it's my life's mission. So then the third point, start your own show or provide a place, an event, create events or something, like some place where you can have people come and engage with you, listen to you on a regular, follow you, and continue to get more and more insight beyond just articles or videos. Craft an environment. It's so easy these days. I mean, it's so easy. You can use Google Groups. You can use, if you don't want to use one of those big boys like Facebook or Google, you can create your own forum. There's like Google, well, it's not Google. Let's go like Zoom. You can create Zoom meetings, right? And just allow people to come in, hear what you want to share, and then engage with you, ask questions, and then learn from those questions. And then the next one was answer questions on social media or online forums like Quora, Reddit, or whatnot, and just establish yourself as a thought leader. LinkedIn, use LinkedIn there to answer other people's questions and then stay informed, and then lead your followers with that information so that they too are then informed. All right, so that's my 5 tips for establishing yourself as a thought leader online. If you are a subject matter expert and you would like to come into the Tech with Heart show and provide value to our small business audience, please go to techwithheartnetwork.com. And if you are a small business owner and want to join a very amazingly heart-centered but yet innovative group of entrepreneurs and small business owners, please join us. Join our community, techwithheartnetwork.com. Here's to your success.
Your story needs to be seen and heard, and your brand needs to be revealed. Revealio elevates purpose-driven businesses into the spotlight through video storytelling, augmented reality video marketing, and professional website design. Get discovered online or in the news. Be featured in national magazines or host your own TV, podcast, or live radio show. Together, we make your brand come alive. All it takes is Revealio. Visit Revealio.com to get started today. Minority and service disabled veteran owned.